It was insane.
Yeah, but moving into something truly insane, let's talk about life itself. Shall we? So Life Itself, I don't really know how to describe this movie. Miller, just help me out here. Life Itself is a Dan Fogelman written and directed film. He's the creator of Life. He's the creator of This Is Us, correct?
He's the creator of Life, yes.
He is God. But
and he did what did he wrote, I guess? Yeah, he wrote Crazy Stupid Love.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's so weird.
Insane. I love that movie. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. So, how do you, Miller, what is Life Itself?
It's a movie where it's very literal. It's probably it may be the most literal movie I've ever seen. Because it's so like it's like someone winking at you the entire time when you're watching it, and it's kind of like uncomfortable. But we should definitely do spoilers. You can't not talk about this movie without talking about spoilers.
Just go.
Yeah, so either you don't care or you want to see it. And it's just about all these people and how their life is like interconnected.
Yeah.
Which Dan Fogelman loves to do.
It's sort of an anthology. It's sort of an anthology in a way. Oscar Isaac is an author who suffers a tragedy, and you like see his life. And then you follow his daughter, and then you see she suffers a tragedy, and then you see her life, and then you follow this other kid that suffers a tragedy, and then you follow his life, and then it's... But, like, we'll
just go back and put a spoiler warning.
Yeah, the movie is literally just about a bunch of people. You follow their lives, tragedy ensues, something gets a little happier, tragedy ensues, rinse, wash, or repeat. My initial thoughts on the movie, I didn't hate it. I did not hate this movie. It is fine. I actually love Dan Fogelman's direction and what he got out of his cast. I think there's a scene between Antonio Banderas and another actor. I can't remember his name right now. That is super tense. It kept me really locked in. Antonio tells this great story. I think it's my favorite scene in the movie. I didn't hate it, but this reminds me a lot of A Monster Calls, where it is truly a manipulative piece of work. And as Miller said, you get it. You get it within the first fucking 30 minutes. You get what the fuck is trying to say, and they just keep telling you and telling you and telling you. It's just like, I get the message of every damn movie. Just go ahead and end. I mean, I live this. So it's just like, I don't know. But Miller, your initial thoughts?
I was excited for this movie because I heard it was like batshit insane. Like, this is 18. Collateral Beauty, Book of Henry.
Yeah, we will go into the craziness.
Yeah, which I don't know if I'd say, like, comparing them is like, I'm not sure about, I probably like Book of Henry more, but
no,
I probably like this more than Collateral Beauty, because Book of Henry is just like, I admire that movie.
I will go Collateral Beauty. Well, I'll go Collateral first. No, Collateral Beauty, at the Collateral Beauty last, Book of Henry second, then this movie. I will never watch Book of Henry again. That movie fucked me up. I will never watch that movie again. I admire
Book of Henry is just...
Never again.
I'm glad I heard, like, it was crazy, but, like, I didn't hear exactly, like, how crazy it was, because that movie, oh god, that movie's insane. Yeah, that movie just, like, you're in the middle watching this, and, like, it's going down, and you're just like, what the hell is happening? And it's beautiful. And this movie is just, it's so, yeah, it's just so literal, and so, like, beats you over the head. Like, I think there's a good movie in here.
I think a lot of it is a good movie.
Yeah, a lot of it works. It's just
some
like,
of it is a good movie.
Or some of it, yeah. Okay. Just how it's like interconnected is very weird.
I think some of the interconnectivity hurts the characters, because there are certain characters I forget. Like sometimes I forget whose movie this is, because it's just like, oh,
That's kind of the point.
I mean, okay, all right. But like, there's just certain characters I was tied to. It's just like, well, I completely forgot about them, and then oh wait, they're back.
Yeah, but it's just like I would get invested, and then it would move on to the next story, which I think is kind of
that. Yeah, well, I guess that's
which is the point, but it just kind of it didn't entirely work. It worked better for the Olivia Cook thing because they tied that back in, but like. Oscar Isaac shoots himself, and you're just like, okay.
I know. I kind of wanted to go through that because I didn't know this was like a Fantastic Four situation for me because the first 20 minutes of this movie, I was just like, what is everyone talking about? Like, I'm hooked.
Oh, I knew. From the very beginning, I was like, this is fucked.
No, I was just like, I am hooked into this. Like, I like it a lot. There's, the dialogue's really snappy. Oscar Isaac's character's a little weird, the way he comes on to Olivia Cook. Like, that kind of threw me off a little bit. That kind of made me a little... Olivia Wilde. That would have been weird. You said what?
Both named Olivia.
Yeah. And, like, that was just a little weird and off-putty. Some people were, like, all in the audience. It was just like, this is kind of creepy. But... But
what do you mean? He's like a little speech, sure?
The speech a little bit, but also like when he put like the toy gun in his mouth, I was just like, dude, you're kind of creepy.
Yeah,
like, maybe.
But he apologized right after.
But so there's that, and then I understood he was going.
But she was acting like it was a real gun.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that would freak you out a little bit. I understand.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like she's just acting like he's about to really actually kill himself.
But there's that, and then I liked how he was like singing in the coffee house because something happened to him. I was really interested to see what happened to him, and fuck, what else? There's something else before we get to that point. And like the Samuel Jackson thing was kind of funny. And then he fucking shoots himself, and someone screamed in the audience. Like someone was just like, when he did it, someone was like, ah! And he blew his brains out, and then like, what's her name?
Annette
Bening runs out of the office, and then it just sits on him for a second, and then then a scene before that, Olivia Wilde gets hit by a bus, and I'm just like, and someone said, "What is this movie?" And then like they linger on they linger on Oscar Isaac's dead body, and it's just like, what the fuck what are we watching?
Well, at first I wasn't sure if it was real. At first I wasn't sure if it was real.
I thought he was going to get up. I thought he was going to like get up and be like, haha, I'm the narrator or whatever.
Because they were doing that shit the entire movie, where they're like playing with like what's exactly happening, which I mean it's the point, but
yeah, that was just fucking insane. And then the movie still kept going.
And the movie just escalated. And then I got really into it because I like Olivia Cook, and I thought that was but yeah, I like Olivia Cook, and I got invested in that, and then it just goes to another plot line, which I'm kind of just like, like it just lost, like it got me. I got interested again, but it just kind of lost me for a while, where it was just like, okay, you just keep getting me invested and pulling me out.
Which one was that?
It was like how it went from like Olivia Cook, and they kind of just like Oscar Isaac. I get it because he killed himself. It's done. But then Olivia Cook, I'm like, okay, we're gonna keep going with this, and then it goes right to the Antonio Banderas guy.
Yeah.
When I get interested in it, but I mean they worked it back around.
Yeah, I think she probably got the shortest end of the stick out of everybody.
Yeah.
Because like that is a very interesting story. Hey, both of my parents died tragically, and then like my grandparent has to raise him. Which I am so fucking glad they didn't kill the grandfather. I mean, because this is this type of movie. Even the granddaughter, I thought the podium was going to explode or some shit. Because I was just like, what else you got? I mean, like, what? Because this is this type of movie. It's just like, you know, good thing, bad thing, good thing, worst thing. It's just like, so I'm so glad they did not kill the grandfather, and also what he meant to say was really sweet. Like, you know, I'm gonna get 10 more years out of this old decrepit body to see you grow up in your teens. It's just like, that is really sweet and earnest.
Oh yeah, I wish you would have said that.
I'm fine that he didn't. I'm fine that they did the turnaround, because, you know, people do that. Like, people do.
Yeah,
people do
I mean, I don't know. It's just with someone like with someone like that who's been through that much. I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to be like completely honest with her.
Yeah, but also you're talking to a kid.
Yeah, that's true. Tell her that one.
Yeah.
Tell her that when she's older.
Yeah, but this movie, and then, so did you like the? What also, like, kudos to this movie for using subtitles throughout. That was really cool. I did like the Spanish storyline, but I didn't. And I guess I know this was the point. But
yeah, the whole movie's fucking tagline is this is the point.
Yeah, but just like, I wish they didn't do the switcheroo with don't be careful with the heroes you follow, because some of them might be dicks. It's just like, I just didn't need another fucking sad thing.
Well, it's like, okay, yeah, it's like you kill the first one, you just abandon the second one for most of the movie. So it's like,
yeah. How did you feel about the pregnancy scare?
That was insane. That was another, like, I mean, the only reason I think that's crazy to do in itself, but the only reason I think it works for this movie is because he had no idea what April Fool's Day was, and they set that up well.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was new to all this stuff. And then, but, like, as soon as he went to college, I was like, okay, when's he gonna meet Olivia Colman?
Yep, same here.
But, yeah, it's just... And they have a dog, and they name it Fuckface. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like...
For a second, I thought the baby was Fuckface. Because I thought, like, she was like, you're smishing Fuckface. It's just like, so, did you just... Are you calling your kid Fuckface? Like, what's going on?
No, but the dog bowl said fuck.
Yeah, but, like, when they revealed the pregnancy, which I think that was a really cool reveal, but when they revealed that, I was just like...
You thought the dog didn't exist and it was just a baby?
Yes, I did. That is exactly what
that would have... That wouldn't have been surprising.
It's like the Matrix. There is no spoon. There is no dog.
Yeah, yeah, it's just...
It's not the Predator, I'll give it that.
It's more interesting. I don't know, it's more interesting than the Predator.
No, it's not the Predator. I think this movie is a lot better than the Predator. Save it for Netflix. And maybe not go to the theater.
Save it for it's going to be on Amazon Prime.
It's on... Okay, yeah, save it for Amazon Prime. Wait, I think, 6 months? You get it in 6 months, save it for Amazon Prime. Watch it at home with some tissues and some Hazen-Days, or Hazen-Days, what the fuck? Hazen-Days?
Yeah, I think that's a good, because, like, we saw it for free.
Yeah.
But I think, like, the stuff that is good, and the stuff that is insane is absolutely insane, and it's worth going to.
If you have the pleasure of seeing this with a full audience, then do it. Like, if your audience is mostly sold out when you're buying your ticket and you have reserved seating, get that fucking ticket. Because my audience was a blast.
My audience was really into it. They clapped at the end.
They clapped at the end too. But anything else you want to say on this piece of shit? No, not a piece of shit. That's too mean.
No.
this thing that happens. That happened.
Yeah, just a very, very bizarre movie all around. Like some of the dialogue choices are just like, excuse me?
Like what? Do you have anything?
Like how when they bring up the mom is glad that Olivia's parents are dead.
Don't take this the wrong way.
All I ever wanted was for Will to marry a woman with dead parents so I wouldn't have to share the grandchildren. And
Mom!
Yeah, that was not funny.
Like, I was like, I get that it's not supposed to be good, but I'm just like, I'm surprised that someone thought of that, put that in there.
Yeah, and that she kept fucking saying it. Like, you don't keep saying it.
And I was like, yeah, but it's just one of those movies that tries to be very, like, like, interconnected. Like, oh, she lost both of her parents, and her dad left in a way, he left.
Does that mean his dad's gonna shoot himself, too?
What do you mean? No. I don't think so. And then the guy's mom died, and his dad left. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. Trying to be all cute. But yeah, some of it works. I would have liked to see more of Olivia Cook. That kind of left a sour taste in my mouth for a little bit. And I was like, I'm really into this. And then it's just it got completely, and then they just moved on, like, from that, and I'm just like, it's like, what am I watching now? It's like, oh, it seems random, but it's not, because they got to tie it in somehow. But yeah, I think it's easier to get through than some of the reviews are saying. But
it feels really long.
It does, yeah. But I think it lives up to, like, the craziness that people are saying.
This isn't Buck and Henry, though.
No.
Yeah, this is not. Like, this Buck and Henry is a fucking roller coaster. This is just like a little... This is like a...
It's up there with Collateral Beauty, though.
Yeah, it's definitely up there with that.
Yeah.
That was it. If you guys like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you guys like hearing your thoughts on movies, please hit that subscribe button. If you've seen Life Itself, or if you have the pleasure to, definitely leave your thoughts below, and whether you liked it or hated it. I want to know whether or not how people feel about this film, because I think it's getting too much hate. I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but also if you dislike it, I guess I get it. And yeah, so next week I don't know what we'll be talking about, but in October we're going to be talking about the Halloween films, leading up to the release of Halloween, the thing that should be titled something else. So, with all that being said, this is I turn the microphone, signing off.